evening and a very warm welcome to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham and to the last of our quarter-finals. Now, the winners of this evening's show will go on to meet Mandy Beecher and Mark Everett in the semi-finals.
That's right, and that takes them one step closer to getting their hands on the fantastic prizes. First prize, £5,000 in cash. Plus a holiday for two on the Atlantis Holiday Complex on Paradise Island in the Bahamas. Plus a four-wheel drive off-the-road family vehicle.
And there's more. No, there's more. There's more, I tell you, there's more. Our runners-up will each walk away with £2,000. So let's meet our last quarter-finalists. Tonight they are Jules Gray
and Kay Kershaw. Come on, girls. Hoorah!
A very warm welcome back to you, Jules. How are you feeling?
Very nervous, but I'm also here to have a good time and enjoy myself, so I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. That's what we like to hear. Remind everybody what you do and where you're from.
I'm a PE officer at Holloway Prison.
It looks to me as if you've just got one or two supporters there.
1 or 2,000, I think. We actually ran out of seats tonight, so they're splattered everywhere, I think.
Oh, you're kidding. Well, goodness knows what will happen if you get through to the semis. Now, how are you feeling about this? Obviously, when you entered Gladiators, you're very enthusiastic and whatever, and things do get a little bit more serious now.
They do, but it doesn't stop me having a good time. All the contenders have been absolutely brilliant. The ones that have been knocked out have wished us all, you know, all the luck in the world, and they're probably out there tonight and they're supporting us, and it's just such a brilliant atmosphere. Just can't wait to get stuck in.
Well, let's hope Lady Luck's shining on you tonight. Let's hear it for Jules Gray.
Now, Kay, you are our fish farmer. Tell me, when you went back to the farm, were any of the farmers there a little bit different to you?
I'm very proud. All wish me well and just hope I can do my best for them, and I'm just trying my hardest.
And have you been doing much training in the break?
Just a bit of running, a bit of cycling. Feeling confident as well. So.
Good, that's the most important thing. Off you go, get yourself ready. There's your for Kay.
And now let's meet the guys. They are Murray Stevens
and Donald Williams.
Well, Murray, just remind us where you're from and what you do.
I'm from Fife in Scotland, and I'm a design technician.
Few people come down from Scotland?
Yeah, there's quite a few by the looks of the crowd.
Now, I remember you as our lighthouse man.
That's it, but I'm a design technician for a printing company, but also have an unusual job, as you said, a lighthouse keeper.
Well, head for heights and all that stuff, who knows? Now, what have you been doing since we saw you last?
A bit running, cycling, a bit weight training, just to keep it all together.
And do you feel mentally prepared? I mean, how do you think you're going to fare tonight?
Well, I hope to do my best, as always, but you never know. Anything can happen.
Any particular events you're looking forward to?
Skytrack, I don't know. It's the wall. I think I'm looking forward to the wall. We've been like the lighthouse, not fear for heights, just straight up there.
We'll be looking out for you. Let's hear it for Murray Stevens.
Well, Donald, the last show, you won. That's the reason you're here. Tell me, this show, are you going to take it any differently? Any little secrets you can let us into?
No, I'm going to take it differently. It's different games, different contests. It's a different competitor I'm against, so I'm just going to do my best.
And remind us, what do you do for a living?
I'm a care officer in a children's home.
And any of the kids here today?
I think so, yeah, in the crowd.
Just a few, just one or two. OK, off you go, get yourself ready. Let's hear it for Donald Williams.
So let's kick off this last quarter-final with event number 1. We're standing at the foot of the wall. It's Kay. And she's going to be chased by Panther. Also getting ready to go, it's Jules. She's going to be chased by Nightshade.
Let's play.
Over to John Anderson.
Contenders. you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Prison officer Jules in pink, fish farmer Kay in the yellow. This is one event Jules doesn't teach her pupils at Holloway Prison. Here come the Glads. Nightshade on Jules and Panther on Kay, and already both contenders have cleared the overhang. First to the top scores 10, second 5. Oh, Jules slips, but she's recovered. This is going to be close. Too close to call it. And the Gladiators might as well have stayed in the locker room. Julie's fans think their prison officers nicked it.
That was so close. Any ideas who got over first, Kay?
Well, I hope it's me, but I'm sure Jules hopes it's her.
Jules, you think you picked it?
It's really hard to tell, but I know it was very close. Obviously, I want it to be me, but we'll have to wait and see.
Were you expecting it to be quite so close?
I expected it to be close with the Gladiator. I wasn't even aware of what Kay could do, but so we'll just have to wait and see. The only thing that made me shift was Nightshade behind me, I'll tell you.
Well, I actually thought it was a draw, but I'm afraid we're going to have to go over to John Anderson so he can tell us exactly what he's going to do. Over to you, John.
Well, John, what have you got to say about it?
The rules require that in order to complete the course, the feet must be over the top of the wall. We have a unique situation in this competition in that both contenders completed the wall at exactly the same time, and they are therefore awarded 10 points each.
Woo!
First time in Gladiator history, a dead heat on the wall, a blistering start for both contenders, maximum points, 10 each.
So we now move into the men's wall with Donald. He's going to be chased by Hunter. Also rearing to go, it's Murray. He's going to be chased by Trojan. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Donald in blue failed to score on his last climb. Murray in red and his first time on the wall. Here comes trouble. And Donald in trouble. You can't afford a slip with Hunter on your tail. And Hunter closing in on his brave. Murray, a great climb from him. Hunter moving in for the kill. And Murray nearly at the top of the hill. Donald's down and out, and Murray's up and over, 10 points.
Well done, Murray. Feels good, eh? Yeah, that was great. Did you know that Trojan actually slipped?
No, I didn't. I got a bad start. I knew I hadn't got a quick start, but once I got over the overhang, I got there. It was just like climbing up the side of the lighthouse.
And you'll believe how valuable those points are. Well done, 10 points. Well done, Murray.
Great start for Murray. There's his family. Oh, there's his lighthouse. After one event, Murray's on 10. Donald yet to score. Next up.
And the first up on her platform is Jules. And she's going to be swinging against the Jets.
Jet all fired up and ready to swing. A veteran of 4 seasons of Gladiators and a hang-tough specialist, looking at her stats, 5'6", over 9 stones in weight. Compare that to Jules, who's 2 inches shorter and 12 pounds lighter.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
So Jet swings out, confident of her weight and height advantage, and knowing that this is Julie's first time out on Hang Tough in competition. In the distance, Julie looking confident and about as far away from Jet as it's possible to be, out on the left wing of the rings. And she's in the scoring zone. Checking on Jet, who'll be looking to traverse to intercept. And no contenders ever reached Jet's platform, and she's not about to start letting them in now. Excellent shots of Jet's traversing technique, marking Julie now, and with the clock running down, Julie must figure it's safer to hang tough for 5 rather than try to outswing the Gladiator for 10. Jet manoeuvring for a takedown position. Julie doing superbly, trying to make herself an awkward target. Oh, she's one-ringed herself. That's the error Jet was waiting for. The scissors are out for the cut down. One-handed. There she goes, only a few seconds from the whistle. Julie showing great skill on the rings, but to no avail, and a man there doing an impression of a cockerel, as everyone else is in the arena, struts with their glad hands.
Jules, I see you've got your shoe back.
Yeah, I lost my shoe, but it's all right. My foot's still on the end of my leg.
Jules, do you realise you got yourself in the scoring zone? You've done so well.
I know, it's another one of them games. I really enjoy it, and I'm having a really good time when I'm doing it. Unfortunately, I couldn't hold on, but it's one of the ways it just goes, isn't it?
Well done. Jet, you closed her down. There was no more rings for her to go. There was nowhere she could go.
I guess I was kind of lucky, but, you know, she gave me a run around, which is quite nice. Sometimes it's a straight kill, and sometimes I had to renegotiate myself, which shows the specialisation of the event. I enjoyed that.
Very clean game. Well done. Let's hear it for Jet and Jules.
Oh, along with 5,000 other dads in the arena.
And next up to hang tough is Kay. And she's going to be facing Vogue.
Vogue. She has style, she has grace. Little girl there one day wants to be a gladiator, and there's someone who wants to be Lionel Blair. And for Kay, all this is a far cry from the Isle of Lewis.
Over for John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! 3, 2, 1.
Vogue, only her first season of Gladiators, but what an impact she's made. Although I'm not sure impact is something Kay would like to think about at the moment. She's concentrating on 10 points for reaching Vogue's platform. All 5 for hanging tough in the scoring zone on the time-up whistle. But she's getting too close to Vogue, and Vogue's in a twister, something all the gladiators dread in this event. The wires of 2 rings twist together and desperately trying to unwind herself. And Kay's got a handle on that scoring ring, now needs to swing out of trouble. Vogue priming the scissors, just out of range. Oh, she's got her! Locks her up! Kay's just been accepted by the RAF. She'll never experience aerial combat quite like this, and Kay is hanging tough. Vogue working on the fingers. And what a remarkable resilience. Just look at the effort in her face. And Vogue is trying everything in the book, but she knows to prize her off. Kay screaming determination. Look at this. Oh, look at that! Right on the whistle. And there's Kay's friend Marina and her sister Kirsty. Can't believe it. Fantastic stuff from Kay.
Well done, Kay. Fantastic stuff. There could only been a couple of seconds before John Anderson blew the whistle. I think we better bring John in and find out exactly what happened.
John, it was a fantastic performance. Kay held on marvellously. Unfortunately, by the smallest of margins, she failed to hold on long enough, and I'm afraid no points.
Kay, so close, no points. But it must have seemed like you were up there for an eternity.
Yeah, I was just so determined not to let go until she prized my fingers off, and that was me.
Well, everybody saw the determination on your face, that's for sure.
I know, I'll get some slagging off for that.
I don't know about that. Well done, Kay. Vogue, she's got some grip.
Most definitely, John. I mean, she was holding on. I couldn't even unpeel her fingers. She was holding on that tightly. Normally, you can sort of peel off a couple of fingers and weaken them. But there was no way she was coming off. She was hanging on going, no, I'm not coming off.
Did you think she was going to drop?
I really thought I was going to run out of time to try and get her off, but luckily for me, unfortunate for her, I managed to get her off.
Well done. Let's hear it for Vogue and Kay. Well done.
Brilliant performance from the contender and the gladiator. One of the most exciting hang toughs ever, actually. After 2 events, Julie stays on 10, and so does Kay.
And the first of our male contenders is Murray. And he's going to be swinging against a Cobra.
Old Snake Hips, the King Cobra, with a sense of humour that's more like Monty Python. A great gladiator and excellent sportsman. Earlier, Murray told us about his special preparation for this event.
One of the things a lot of my friends back in Scotland found amusing was one of my training techniques, and that would be I would hang on a chin-up bar, and my brother-in-law, who weighs nearly 14 stone, would hang around my waist and swing about, getting me ready for hang tough. But that was showing how hard it really was.
3, 2,
launches himself into action. Big, confident swings. Oh, in fact, the complete opposite of Murray. Cooper's already halfway across the arena already, priming himself for the strike. There he is. He's confident. He's got him. Oh, he's down. The family knew the writing was on the wall. Oh, on their faces. Nice makeup, guys. Oh, sorry.
Murray, unlucky. I can see the look of disappointment on your face. You know you made a mess of it. Tell us, what were you actually trying to do?
Well, the last time I had this event, I took a run, went for 2 rings, and it was obvious where I was going, so I tried to change at the last minute so it maybe throw him off, but it didn't work at all for me.
No, it didn't work. You went for the second ring, you missed it, the chains got tangled up. What a disaster.
But that's the way it goes sometimes.
Let's hear it from Murray and Cobra!
Hello, the audience is turning nasty. That can only mean one thing. Yes, he's out of his cage.
When I hear them boos, I know I'm home. It's great to be loved, isn't it?
I think the word is loathed, Wolfie.
And the last of our male contenders up is Donald! And he's going to be facing the man we love to hate, the Wolfman!
Well, he's been more of a wilf than a wolf on Hang Tough recently. Let's hope he can improve his track record on this event. The wolf getting a bit long in the tooth to dance these days.
Over for John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! 3, 2, 1!
I think the wolf means business here. As I said, his recent Hang Tough performances have been under par. He'll be looking to put that right. Donald never been on the rings before. Oh, and swinging straight into the jaws of trouble. Wolf's got him. Gets a better leg lock. Shaping up for the strip down. It's a matter of... There he goes. The wolf amazingly fast and amazingly fair. She's smiling, probably seen the hat on the man behind. At least the wolf has some fans.
Well done, Donald. He was on you very fast, wasn't he?
Yeah, he caught my line and he just got me. Took the same line as myself and I couldn't help it.
Tell me, does it scare you at all going up against someone like the Wolf, knowing his reputation?
Not really, just makes me more aware, that's all.
Good. I see you got most of his chalk on your face.
Yeah. Well, I'll try to dodge it next time.
Well done. Congratulations, Wolf, very clean, nice game.
Hey. To be perfectly honest with you, shut up, I'm trying to talk. To be honest with you, I was just busy taking my gloves off so I could pull him down and he fell off. What can I say? Where's all the hard contestants? He's too easy.
Well, what a great sport, yet again. Let's hear it for the Wolfman and Donald!
After 2 events, scores remain the same. Murray 10, Donald 0.
Well, we'll see some great action, and if you want to see some more, join us after the break here on the Gladiators! Awoola!
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham and to part 2, where we're just about to kick off with event number 3.
Sky Track.
First up, it's the turn of the girls, and in pink, it's Julie. And in yellow, it's Kay. And they're going to be chased by Vogue and Zodiac. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1!
Kay has raced the Sky Track before, but this is Julie's first run. Zodiac on Kay and Vogue on Julie. First to finish 10 points, second scores 5. Kay in a commanding lead. Zodiac struggling to get within detonating distance, and Vogue way out of contention. Kay supporters screaming her on. And great technique as she motors her way down the straight. Just 1 corner from home, and the checkered flag. She takes it, 10 points, great run, and Julie's home for 5. And Kay proving she doesn't normally like to hang around. Julie's relatives pleased with the points, and Kay supporters delirious. That puts a new face on the scores. Julie 15, and Kay now 20 after 3.
So we now move into the men's Sky Track, and in red, it's Murray. In blue, it's Donald. And they're going to be chased by Cobra and Trojan.
Donald's been up on the Sky Track before. What did he think of it?
It just felt weird being upside down and having to run all fours. I thought it just didn't feel right. The blood was rushing to my head, and I thought I had more of a headache than anything. So, no, I didn't like the Sky Track.
And with Trojan after him now, it's double jeopardy. Engines running. And away, first tide, Cobra on Murray and Trojan on Donald. And they're closing them down fast. They'll catch him before, yes, there goes Donald, and there goes Murray, take it out before the second bend. Great work by the Glads. Donald's fiancée Lynn had hardly time to stand before it was done and dusted. Well, the Gladiators within striking distance before the crossover. Trojan tags Donald, and then Murray cops it off Cobra. After 3 events, the scores remain the same. Murray 10, Donald 0. Next event is...
And the first up to do battle is Jules. And she's going to be facing Amazon.
Well, Jules hasn't fought any duels before. Here's what she thinks of it.
I didn't have Jewel in the first round. I've got it in this one. I'm sort of half looking forward to it and half not. I know I'm going to be really nervous up there. Depending on which gladiator I get, they've probably got a few inches on me. So I'm going to be swinging. I'm probably just going to be getting their knees or something like that, and they're going to be pounding me in the head. So I'm looking forward to it in one way, but I'll also be glad when it's over, I think.
On guard. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to rumble. Jules, a karaoke performer in her spare time, looking to make Amazon do some dancing. Oh, but taking a few overhead rides, and Amazon trying to crack an egg with a spoon there. Getting stuck into it now. 10 points for the win, 5 for the draw. Amazon, oh, with a torrent of different blows. She's got it. No, Jules is digging in to recover, and again, Amazon was hammering but failed to nail her. She'll be disappointed with that. And Julie well and truly back in the fight now, soaking up anything Amazon can throw at her like a sponge. An excellent 5 points for Jules, our jailhouse gem. Her mum, Joyce, can rejoice with her sister Lynn. She's there with the Fash Man.
Jules, congratulations. Spectacular stuff. Pound for pound, that wasn't fair. But you stayed up there.
Don't ask me how. All I can say is, if you've ever experienced a really loud thunderstorm, you've experienced nothing until you've had that over your head with such force. Well, there you go. I think my head's twisted all the way around and come back again.
Well, it got you your 5 points. Well done, Jules. Amazon, you must have thought that she was going to go down.
I did hit her very hard, and when you get this far in Gladiators, you have to work very, very hard for your 5 points. She certainly did that. She deserved them. Well done.
Thanks very much. Let's hear it for Amazon and Jules.
Jules' entire family there, all the greys in their dazzling whites.
And next up is Kay. And she's going to be facing a Falcon.
Looking at how the maidens measure up, Kay stands 5'8" and weighs in at 9.5 stones compared to the Falcons' facts and figure. Kay's an inch taller, but 10 pounds lighter.
On guard. 3, 2, 1.
Well, Kay farms salmon. Shame it's not cod, really, because she'd be used to battering. Falcon, usually a stylish duelist with a good record in this event. At the moment, going for the wham, a bam, and a thank you, ma'am. Falcon sticking in the hooks and the jabs. But Kay looking okay, because last time she was KO'd. But this looks like it's going the distance, a straightforward slugging match. Falcon just making Kay work for her points. They seem to be in the bag. We're right out of time. Good duel. 5 points, and congratulations from Falcon. Kay glad to see the back of that pugil platform. Special K, says the banner. She's that all right. She took a couple of crackers from Falcon, but still came back. After 4 events, Julie's up to 20, Kay up to 25.
On to the men, and the first up is Murray. And he's going to be facing the mighty Warrior.
Murray from Fife needs a musket, fife and drum up there against Warrior. Stands 6 foot and a good solid 12.5 stone, but that pales a little when you compare it to Warrior, 6'5" and over 19 stone. It's hammer time, and Warrior wants to make this his event this season, and this is going to be another hammer horror. Murray doing well to retaliate, and Warrior with the big bombs, and Murray wants to ban the bomb, but Warrior, oh, he's got him with the backhand. Murray dug deep himself, but in the end, the Warrior buried him.
Unlucky Murray. But he took it, you gave it as well. You had him wobbling a couple of times.
He's a big guy. I think he was getting his own back in suspension bridge there.
Big guy, he's 19 stone. He's enormous.
Yeah, he's got a few pound on me.
What up when you're up there first of all and he's psyching himself up? What is he actually saying to you? You see looking into his eyes.
Well, he's growling at me, but you just have to go up there, do your best. I did my best. The guy beat me fair and square.
Well done. Thanks very much, Murray. The mighty Warrior. Tell me, he hit you a couple of times. Did they hurt?
He did hit me a few times, and to be honest with you, I really didn't expect that because I was growling at him up there, and I said a few words to him. He didn't look really up for it, but he gave me a good one on the head, and all fair and square. That's the way it is.
Great stuff. Let's hear it for Warrior and Murray.
Friends now, see? We're friends. I hated him up there. You know, we're friends.
And the last of our male contenders up is Donald. And he's going to be facing the Raging Rhino.
This is going to be a cracker. Donald scored 10 in his last fight, stands 6'2" and over 15 stones. As for the rampant rhinoceros, he's 4 inches shorter, but a couple of stones heavier.
All-Star.
Rhino straight to work. Look, 4 blows, 5 without reply, and Donald's in trouble. Hanging on grimly. Rhino a relentless onslaught. Donald needs to regain his composure. He's fighting back now. Brilliant recovery from certain defeat, but Rhino's on the offensive again. And still Donald won't give in. He's not going to tumble. He's come to rumble. And Rhino must be wondering what he's got to do to nail this guy. Donald whacked, smacked, bashed and smashed, but still comes back for more. A superb duel from both guys. Donald deserves the 5, and Rhino knows it. Lynn, along with Donald's brother and mum, all salute him. How he survived this, we'll never know. Rhino knocked him one way and then the other, but still Donald came back fighting. What a great contender. But the effort was worth it because while Murray stays on 10, Donald's battled his way back up to 5.
And first up on the pendulum, it's Jules. She's going to be facing Lightning. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready! Fighter, ready! Set the pendulum.
You know, it's amazing what that John Anderson can play on the bagpipes. 60 seconds of circumnavigation, high altitude hide and seek. Jules, our prison officer, is on the run from lightning. 5 points if she can keep out of harm's way for 40 seconds, 10 points for the full minute. And Jules tentatively heading south on the pendulum. Lightning looking for her, and I think she spotted her. Lightning on the downward curve, looking to snatch that flag from Julie's back. And Julie hanging on grimly. The lower you get, the greater the G-force, and I'm not talking about our cheerleaders. Lightning moving in, and Julie just not making any movement. Dad's on his feet. Go on, get along there, girl. What an easy shot for Lightning. She pulls the flag. She's done it. She's got her. The flag's out, and Julie gave everything in that event. So did her dad. In the end, Julie lost her footing, but Lightning was always on hand. Still, she'll be pleased for pulling 5 points for staying up there for 40 seconds.
Next up is Kay. And she's going to be facing Jet.
Earlier, Kay told us she's come with a better attitude for this quarter-final.
I don't feel I did my best in my first heat. I lost it in a few of the games. Didn't feel right at all, but tonight, well, I've got my head together and hopefully I'll perform at 110% tonight and make sure I get a place in the semi-finals.
3, 2, 1.
With Jules joining her on 25 points, Kay will be looking to regain her lead with a good performance on the pendulum. And Kay electing to take a northern route to keep out of trouble. And Jet knows where Kay is. And Kay knows she knows. So she's heading for the dark side. Jet swinging round. Kay having a look. Certainly keeping a healthy distance between her and Jet. Easily a couple of segments between Kay and the Gladiator. Marina and Kirsty desperately giving her directions. And Kay seems to have this pendulum sussed and to have the Jet nonplussed. She's got her 5 coming up now. Kay still managing to keep a couple of segments away no matter what Jet tries. This becoming less of a pendulum, more a mulberry bush. The way they keep going round and round. I can't see Jet pulling this one back. Looks like Kay's on for a maximum. Yes, time up. And when it came to the pendulum, Kay was certainly on the ball. Marina there with Kirsty, Uncle Alec and Auntie Mavis. And it's not often you see a contender come away from the pendulum with their flag intact. Kay always did just enough to keep Jet in her sights, but safely out of reach. A good lesson for all contenders there.
Well, Kay, that was a terrific performance. You picked up 10 points. It looked to me at one stage as if you were waiting for directions from the crowd. Is that right?
Well, they helped anyway, yeah.
Well, you can certainly hear when the Gladiators are getting closer because the audience gets more excited.
Yeah, and my idea was just to run around on the white things and just wait till she chased me.
Well, she was hard to find.
I don't think I clocked eyes on you once. I saw this yellow thing slipping away. You gave me a very good run around. Congratulations.
Let's hear it for Jet and for Kay. Well done.
Kirsty happy to play her part, but Kay performed superbly against a top-flight Gladiator. And one of the most sporting. After 5 events, Julie takes her score up to 25, while Kay storms to a massive 35.
So we now move into the men's event with Murray. And he's going to be facing Rhino. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! Hit the pendulum!
The music doesn't frighten Murray. The prospect of a rampaging rhino after him will. Murray biding his time, looking to see where the rhino's coming from, and then just to keep him at bay. Now, this would seem to be a new contender trick, but it's dependent on them being faster than the Gladiator. His mum waving and giving directions at the same time. Murray's come low, where the swing is at its most fierce. Looking to claw his way back up to the equator. This event requires enormous stamina. Oh, he's hanging on to Dad's hair like Murray's hanging on to the pendulum. Rhino feeling low at the moment. And Murray in a very strong position. Rhino seems to be trying to drag himself into this event, and I think Rhino will write this one off as a bad day at the office. Murray keeping an eye out for the Rhino again, but I think the 10 points are safely in the bag. Yes, Murray victorious. His wife Bear there with Eddie and Margaret, Murray's dad and mum. And Murray happy to dismount. Murray performed superbly on the pendulum, fully deserving the maximum points. He kept his head and kept the Rhino at a distance. Always a sensible thing to do. Mind you, it's not natural, is it? A Rhino swinging 40 foot in the air.
Next up, it's Donald. And he's going to be facing Warrior.
And Warrior's not the happiest gladiator in the world to be up there.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! Set the pendulum.
Well, the machinery will be working twice as hard with Warrior's 19 stones on the pendulum. And Warrior making tracks for Donald. And Donald can't see him yet, but Lynn can. She's giving directions. And Donald's seen him. He knows Murray has a 15-point lead at the moment, so he has to hang on to put some extra points on the board for himself. And Warrior moving well for a big man. And Donald ducks south. Gambling that gravity will have a huge effect on Warrior's 19 stones, should the Gladiator follow him. Donald down under. Warrior biding his time, watching himself on the big screen as he plots the best course to take. Donald keeping low and enjoying the swing. And Lynn yelling at him to stop pussyfooting about and get moving. There's only a few seconds to go. Warrior figuring this to be a lost cause. Donald's going to pick up the maximum. And let's face it, good effective tactics from the contenders. Donald loved every second of that. And so did his mum. Donald easing on down. He knows he's the man of the moment. A few words.
Well, Donald, the tag may have gone, but you picked up 10 points. I think it fell off.
Oh, great. That's excellent. Excellent. I thought he was going to turn around and say, sorry, disqualified.
No, of course not. You did very well. Give us some idea what it's like to be up there.
Oh dear. It's like being on a massive swing, basically. Like I've been at a fairground ride. It's excellent. Great fun. Great fun.
Well, it sounded as if you were having a good time. And here comes Warrior, the big man. You did very well. You got very close to Donald on a couple of occasions. Yeah. Not only can you not see the contender, of course, but it must be like treading in quicksand trying to get around the pendulum.
Yeah, I need pendulum like a moose needs a hat rack, you know. And it's a hard game for me with my body weight and everything. First time up there, but I give it a go.
You enjoyed it?
But people who used to see me on Duel and all the bashing games, last year I went up the wall. This year I've been on the pendulum, and next year I'll be better still.
Hey, that's good to hear. Let's hear it for Warrior and for Donald. Well done.
It's a joke, by the way. Moose hat rack. No. I forget it.
Smashing. Warrior, the Jim Bowen of Gladiators. But these scores are no joke after 5 tough events. Murray's on 20, Donald's on 15.
So all that remains is the eliminator and 2 places in our semi-finals. Join us after the break here on Gladiators. competition. Julie's on 25 points, Kay's on 35 points. That's a 10-point difference, giving Kay a 5-second head start. Flashes with the girls.
5 seconds. Where can you make that up?
I've no idea, but I'm basically going to try and make it up as I go along. I'm going to try my best all the way through, and hopefully slowly catch you and have a very exciting eliminator.
Kay, is it enough for you?
I hope so. I won't be looking back. I'm just going to give my best shot.
Okay. Kay, both of you, wish you all the best. Off you go.
For a place in the semi-finals,
Over to John Anderson.
Julie Gray versus Kay Kershaw.
Kay, you will go on my first whistle. Jules, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Off goes Kay, 21, a fish farmer and RAF trainee, ran a last eliminator in 1:15. Here comes Jules, a 31-year-old prison PT instructor. Kay on the rope, struggling a little. Julie's last eliminator timed at 1:16, a second slower. Kirsty urging Kay on. And Jules not a good climb either. Kay finishes the ladder and onto the rolling beams and into the net. Little Erin on the right, lovely picture, encouraging her Auntie Julie to greater excursion. She's onto the rolling beams. Kay nearly at the top of the net. She's done this a few times on the fish farm, hits the top. And Julie climbing well. Kay to the furthest zip. And descends to the arena floor. Splash down. All Julie's fans are behind her as she zips down the line. Oh, suicide leap at the end. Kay on the balance beam. Calm and precise. Kirsty knows this is the big one. Tells her to keep her head up. Here she comes. Oh, she's there. Kay Kershaw from the Isle of Lewis, a semi-finalist on Gladiators. Yes! And the party's started already. Kenny and Marina there. Here comes Jules. Oh, makes the travelator look easy. Excellent contender. If anyone deserves a kiss, it's her. Through the burst. A credit to her fans.
Congratulations, Kay. All the pressure's off. You can afford to have a little smile. Let it sink in. Feels good, doesn't it, eh? All that hard work, it was worth it in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got a family over there that I don't know. Got relations from all over England here. I haven't a clue who they are, but thanks for coming anyway, guys. And this one's for my mum.
Well done. Go and say hello to supporters and thank them all. Let's hear it for Kay.
Uncle Alec, Auntie Mavis there, and of course her sister Kirsty.
Well, Jules, that 5 seconds, I expect, was just too much of a deficit.
Yeah, I mean, I tried my best. Whether or not I even gained, I really don't know. But I've had an absolute ball. I've really enjoyed myself. I know nobody in the crowd's going to be disappointed because they've had an absolute ball as well.
We'll lose you now, but the very best of luck in the future. Let's hear it for Julie!
Julie Gray gave her all, accepts the flowers and runs to the family. Oh, big kiss for her mum Joyce. She did her proud. Here's Kay. A family have travelled hundreds of miles to support her. Flowers for Auntie Mavis and a quiet word of congratulation. And there's Uncle Alec and Kirsty. For the girls, it's all over, but for the boys, it's yet to start. Murray's on 20 points, Donald on 15, which gives Murray a 2.5-second head start. Here's what both guys had to say about their last eliminator experience.
The funniest thing, though, when I saw my dad, you know, he was really hyper and jumping up and down. To see your family who normally are sort of sensible at most times, you know, and then they're all going crazy and jumping. When I was going along the beam at the end, you just glance at them and you almost get blown off the beam with the way they're all shouting and screaming, and you can't believe the reaction of all your family. It's tremendous.
Where I work at the children's home, the children actually came down and they loved it. They couldn't get enough. I didn't get a chance to see them at the end because I had to go off and get some stitches in my thumb, but they loved it to bits. They loved it to bits.
So, for a place in the semi-final, Donald Williams versus Murray Stephen.
Murray, you will go on my first whistle. Donald, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Murray's away, high and low beams, and here comes Donald. Donald's last eliminated timed at 1:05. Murray's at 1:03. Murray on the rope, and Donald faltering a bit there. Murray pedaling for all his worth, and his wife and family pedaling with him. Donald on the handbike too as Murray touches down. Safely over the rolling beams and onto the nets. Donald onto the beams and also onto the nets. And Murray climbing strongly and Donald climbing fantastically well, eating into that lead. Murray races for the furthest tip, but Donald's on his tail. Murray can't afford any mistakes from here on in. A place in the semi-finals hinges on the next 15 seconds. Donald splashes down behind him. It's balance beam time. Oh, Murray's blown it. And straight into a cameraman. Oh, Donald's down too. Lynn can't believe it. Both on the beam again. And Murray sprinting. Donald struggling. Next is the Travelator. Is Murray there? Is he? Yes, he drags himself up and off into the paper burst and into the semi-finals. Here comes Donald. What a great fighter. And the Stephens celebrate.
Murray Stephen of Fife, Scotland, you've just earned yourself a place in our semi-finals.
Yeah.
All that pain must have been worth it.
Yeah. When I fell off the beam there, oh, thought I'd lost it, but lucky for me, Donald did the same. But he's been a great lad today, great competitor, and we've just both put our best into it. And I would also like to say thanks to everybody from Fife and Scotland.
We look forward to seeing you in the semi-finals. Let's hear it for Murray.
Murray, nice bunch of flowers. Great bunch of fans.
Unlucky Donald, you lost it on the beam. You were sitting in behind him, waiting for him to make a mistake. As he made a mistake, you made the mistake.
Yeah, unfortunate. It's one of those things, unfortunately. I lost it for a second and it cost me.
But have you enjoyed it?
Oh, I've loved it, loved it. It's been excellent. Good fun.
Well done. Go and thank all your many supporters. Let's hear it for Donald. Well done.
Donald Williams from Leeds gets his flowers from Debbie. And Murray Stephen from Fife for place in the semis. And the congratulations of his family. There's his brother-in-law. Hug from his wife Fair. And from his dad Eddie. And for Donald, a big cuddle from his mum Louise. A great picture.
Well, Fashion X Week's semi-finals week.
That's right, they're getting one step closer each time.
Things are getting hotter and hotter. You better be there. Join us here on the Gladiators.
Over!
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.
Can you name the Gladiator with Chesney Hawkes, the one and only, as their theme song? Yeah, put that finger up for the one and only Saracen. The G-Team return next here on Challenge, whilst over on Pick, 10 years on, searching for Madeline.
Music with more muscle.